Headlines. In the Calabar Province, Permanent Secretary Zanis. One Zambia, one nation. One Zambia, one nation. Thank you for joining us on Zanis News. We are broadcasting to you from Mass Media Complex. My name is Nambula Mwangala, and on Sign Language Desk, I'm joined by Imelda Mulaya. We'll look at the top stories making headlines. Construction of Sakanya border post in Dola advances. Chieftainess Serenge and Chief Chivale endorse President Hichilema. Government hands over solar grid kits in Petauke. Plus, Zambia-South Korea forge youth football development partnership. And now the news in detail. Copperbelt Province Permanent Secretary Lawrence Mwanza says construction of Sakanya border post in Dola has reached 70% completion. Mr. Mwanza told Zanis that the modern state-of-the-art facility is expected to create employment opportunities for residents and enhance trade activities between Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. More in the following report.
Heavy machinery and construction crews continue to shape the landscape at Sakanya border, where a modern border facility is gradually emerging. The project forms part of government's broader effort to modernize border infrastructure and improve the movement of goods and people across the country.
The president directed that we needed to build a border post. You know, the state-of-the-art border post here on the Copperbelt. And since then, the construction started together with the road that is to support the infrastructure there. As we are talking today, the road has been completed and the toll gate is done up to the border. The truck park also has been done. So I can safely say that we are at 70% in terms of construction, meaning the buildings, the furniture, electricals, and the truck yard, we are sitting at 70%, which is good progress. Anytime soon, I think we should be concluding with the border. The president has been, talking about prudent utilization of public funds. Yeah. So if we modernize that border, it will help us to improve in terms of tax collection. For us, this is good, and also job creation. There's a lot of things that are coming there. A lot of people will be given employment immediately. It's fully commissioned. Yeah. Already the target is taking some people leading there. Copperbelt, since 2021, has been a construction site where even the borders now are a critical infrastructure that we needed to build, especially Sakanya border post.
For many residents and truckers, the development represents more than just a new building. It is seen as a potential catalyst for economic activity in a district strategically located along an important regional trade route.
Okupwa kwaka yena border ilerango kwebasinga yapwa business twalambo okubumba bwino nga chakwati wa wodde ifya kufwala mwaya wodde sabikumumana mwambo okushtisha.
Once the border is complete, we hope to venture in different kinds of businesses
But chintu ichisuma sana okutirati twakulirwa border India nyu. Nama truck park ifire yawa truck park isuma sana.
We are happy that the new border is under construction. We want a better truck park. Look at how we're parking. The Sakanya border post, located at the border with the Democratic Republic of Congo, is among several infrastructure projects currently underway on the Copperbelt province as government pushes ahead with its development agenda. Mwenje Mataka, Zanis, Ndola.
In a related development, Permanent Secretary for Special Duties at Cabinet Office, Kennedy Kalunga, has urged districts in Northern Province where early childhood education ECE hub centers and satellites under the Zambia Enhancing Early Learning ZEAL projects are being built to expedite the construction works. Mr. Kalunga made these remarks in Kasama district during a meeting which brought together officials from 6 districts across the province to discuss the progress made in the implementation of the project. More in the following reports.
Permanent Secretary for Special Duties at Cabinet Office, Kennedy Kalunga, has concluded his tour of Northern Province, where he conducted site visits to monitor the progress of the Zambia Enhancing Early Learning, ZEAL, and Zambia Education Enhancement Project, ZEEP, across 3 selected districts. The assignment ended with a meeting in Kasama district, bringing together 6 district administrations and Ministry of Education from areas where hub centers and satellites are being constructed. During the meeting, Mr. Kalunga urged them to expedite the completion of the project while maintaining quality work.
There are 222 across the country, 45 selected districts. In Northern Province, these DC are blessed. The 6 districts are benefiting from this project. Only 6 from Northern Province and these DCs here who have a blessing. The president chose in your district that these institutions should be built. Do you want to disappoint the president for not completing this? No. The Dems reports to you. Work with the Dems, supervise them, ensure that we finish this.
Northern Province Acting Permanent Secretary Beauty Undipiri assured that the project will be completed according to the set deadline.
That child in Chiluri Island, DC, who has been given that school, make sure that that school is done quickly. That child in Senga Hill, Mungwe, make sure that we do that project quickly. And that project coordinate quickly. Daves, Dow, you should coordinate. Ensure that what is remaining is given quickly to the people that are supposed to work, and the project has to be handed over. By 30th, we have 10 days remaining because today is 20th. So meaning that you have a map of tasks to run. You need to run, put your foot down, run, and make sure that these projects are delivered.
The meeting later provided progress reports on projects in various districts, and recommendations were made to ensure their successful completion. Taonga Nkoma, Zanis News in Kasama District, Northern Province.
We move to Central Province, where Chieftainess Serenje of the Lala people of Serenje District in Central Province has endorsed the candidature of President Hakainde Hichilema to be re-elected in this year's general elections for his visionary leadership. Chieftainess Serenje says President Hichilema has, through the implementation of various developmental projects and the free education, taken development to rural underserved areas. Speaking when Mukushi District Commissioner Jonathan Kaungwe paid a courtesy call on traditional leaders in Serenje, Chieftainess Serenje said that the economic gains the country has recorded in the last 5 years can only be sustained if President Hichilema is given another mandate to preside over national affairs. Meanwhile, Chief Chibale of the Lala people has called for peace and unity before, during and after the August 13th general elections. And Mr. Kapongwe underscored the importance of peace as the country goes to the polls.
Pali mpanga pali nakuvomba levomba mulevomba mwe vantu tuleta shana nakuvomba nakuvomba kuta shana twakumsengoko sanga pachipatala twaila kumhachiwa waingira muchipatala tuwalira mwana kashima.
In Northern Province, government has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting traditional leaders and promoting development in chiefdoms. Northern Province Acting Permanent Secretary Beauty Undipiri made the assurance during the installation ceremony of Mwamba Mpepe and Chief Mwamba III of the Mambwe people of Mbala district. Details in the following report.
Traditional leaders continue to play a vital role in fostering peace, preserving culture heritage, and supporting development in communities. In Mbala district, a new chapter has begun following the installation of Chief Mwamba Mpepe III, who has assumed leadership of the chiefdom after the passing of the late Chief Mwamba. Senior Chief Nsokolo has expressed confidence that the newly installed Chief Mwamba Mpepe III will provide dedicated leadership and uphold the legacy of the late traditional leader.
So today, installation is very important to us Mambwes because it shows that we are one. The unit is very strong. All the traditional requirements that are wanted, he's managed to reach them, and we are hopeful that he will manage the chiefdom the way the Red did. We are very grateful for the government and for the Mambo people for the support.
Meanwhile, Northern Province Acting Permanent Secretary Beauty Undipiri says government remains committed to supporting traditional leaders and ensuring their welfare is adequately taken care of.
But one thing I really want to appreciate is that the Mambo Royal Establishment has shown unity. That's quite a lot of unity there. And also there's quite a lot of peace. Because there hasn't been anything that you can talk about apart from the transitioning, peaceful transitioning to another leader. And that's how it's supposed to be. We value the leadership of our traditional leaders because everybody else, before they can even turn to this leadership that we have, we come from a certain chiefdom. When we see that chiefs are being installed in such a peaceful manner, us as government are cheered. But we want to encourage the people of Mambwe that even as the new chief is coming on board, that palace that we started, which was at some point stopped, is now at a stage of procurement, and we should be able to push so that it's finished, so that we can move to the palace. And therefore, we pledge as government that indeed we shall work with them closely. We shall work hand in hand with them to see that there's development in the Mambwe chiefdom.
The installation of Chief Mwamba Mpepe III is expected to strengthen traditional governance in Mbala district, with stakeholders expressing optimism that the new chief will continue championing unity, development, and the well-being of his subjects. Gladys Nyirenda, reporting for Zanis News in Mbala district in Northern Province.
Now, in Eastern Province, government has handed over mini solar grid kits worth 80,000 United States dollars to schools and health facilities in Kaumbwe constituency of Petauke district in an effort to enhance access to quality education and healthcare services. The equipment donated by Jiangsu Simba New Material Technology Company of China has been distributed to 10 schools and 5 health centers in order to provide a reliable source of electricity to improve service delivery. Eastern Province Permanent Secretary Paul Tole handed over the kits to the schools. More in the following report.
In a bid to provide clean, renewable energy to its people, government, with support from Jiangsu Simba New Material Technology Company, a Chinese firm specialized in renewable energy technologies, has handed over solar mini-grid kits to 10 schools and 5 health centers in Kaumbwe constituency of Petauke district. Speaking during the handover ceremony, Eastern Province Permanent Secretary Paul Tole said the donation underscores the importance of strategic partnerships in complementing government's efforts to improve the lives of citizens.
The government of the Republic of Zambia is greatly appreciative of the support rendered by Simba New Materials Technology Company Limited of Jiangsu Province, China, through the donation of solar mini-grid kits This contribution demonstrates the vital importance of partnerships in accelerating Zambia's energy access agenda and promoting sustainable development, especially to we the disadvantaged in the rural areas.
What we have received today is the first phase of 76 solar panels of 610 watts each, which are going to benefit 10 primary schools. Palestine, from the health sector, there are 5 rural health posts.
The receiving institutions have appreciated this timely intervention.
Having power in our facilities is a game changer. We will be able to have our vaccines stored and quality service delivery at night, even during the day will be offered.
Because of your kindness, soon we will have electricity. The new curriculum math. This means that we will learn and understand the lessons better and be ready for our future.
Hope Walia, Zanis News, Petauke.
We take a break. After that, we look at Public Service Day activities taking place from different parts of the country. Stay tuned.
In every celebration, there's a simple choice being made. To belong, count me in. In moments of love and promises for tomorrow, count me in. At the checkout line, in the middle of an ordinary day, a reminder that every number matters. Count me in. Across our communities, our streets, the same message finds us. Count me in. From the everyday worker to the hands shaping our future every day, the call is the same. Count me in. And around the traditions that bring us together, the message becomes impossible to ignore. Count me in.
This election season, your vote counts. Get your NRC and voters card ready.
Count me in.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at activities from Africa Public Service exhibition stands. We start with Lusaka, where Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, has pledged continued media support the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, in efforts aimed at combating drug and substance abuse through public education and awareness. Zanis Director Lois Saili made the commitment when she visited the DEC exhibition stand during the Africa Public Service Day commemorations at East Park Mall in Lusaka. Ms. Saili said Zanis remains ready to provide platforms that will enable the Commission to disseminate information on the dangers of drug abuse and trafficking to members of the public. Meanwhile, DEC Education and Counseling Department Programs Officer Emma Tembo called for greater community participation in the fight against drug and substance abuse, adding that the problem requires collective action from families, schools, churches, and workplaces.
Drug test kit. You can test for opium.
Our role as well is to support the work that you are doing through providing platforms for you to disseminate the information to the people. Indeed, like you rightly said, the issues of drug abuse and drug addiction in our country are becoming rampant. We all have friends, we have relatives who have children that are dealing with some of these issues. Yeah. So for us as a department, please be rest assured that we are your partner partners to help you publicize this information, so that maybe we can save a life somewhere. Maybe we can prevent that young person, from being abused, to traffic drugs against their wills.
Every time you hear issues to do with the DEC, people just think about the arresting side of the Drug Enforcement Commission. But the Drug Enforcement Commission has a department referred to as the Education and Counseling Department, which actually has got a mandate to deal with issues to do with demand reduction. I'm sure you have noted an increase on issues to do with a lot of learners abusing controlled drugs such as Atans, benzodiazepines, the BH5, among others. So when we look at all these issues that we have at the moment, it's something that requires concerted efforts. It's not just the Commission that is able to fight those vices, but it requires for all of us to join hands in the fight.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Technology and Science has highlighted key initiatives aimed at strengthening research, innovation, and public service delivery through its institutions. Speaking in Lusaka during the commemoration of Africa Public Service Day, the ministry's principal public relations officer, Ilitongo Mabweshe, said the ministry continues to implement reforms designed to build an inclusive, innovative, and digitally driven economy. More in this report by Philip Jerry.
The Ministry of Technology and Science has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing research, innovation, and service delivery with calls for stronger collaboration across government, private sector, and communities. Speaking in Lusaka at the Africa Public Service Day, the ministry's principal public relations officer said the reforms are being implemented to build an inclusive, innovative, and digitally driven economy.
All these stands you see here, as you well know, the Ministry of Technology and Science has a mandate to formulate and review policies in technology, science, innovation and skills development in order to contribute to the socio-economic development. Additionally, the ministry has also made sure through the ICT sector that it contributed at about 17.4% to the GDP.
And the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research says it is spearheading water and environmental research while providing vital analytical services to ensure safer water for all.
We believe as an institution, water safety is important. You can have availability of water, but the safety of it is much more important because it determines whether people fall sick or are healthy. So as the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research, looking at this year's theme, we are collaborating with different stakeholders, be it private sector as well as public sector.
Zambia Information and Communications Technology Authority ZICTA Consumer Affairs Officer Anderson Stumbeko also explained that to date, over 200,000 SIM cards used by scammers have been reported.
In 2022, responding to the increase in digital scams, ZICTA introduced a short code *707#, which was aimed to empower consumers with a tool that can help them fight issues of scams. Through that short code, we've deactivated over 200,000 SIM cards. As we speak, from January to March, we've had over 21,000 SIM cards that have been blocked through this short code, those that were reported as stolen phones. In there, we've saved over 18 million kwacha. This is the money that the criminals would have had access to had the owners of these phones not reported using the platform.
In Enabler, we make funds available for researchers to conduct research, particularly say in water and sanitation. These will give us results and determine how much water we have available to the population, but also if there are any contamination that has been detected, such kind of research activities will tell us what remedial measures or mitigation measures that can be employed.
These initiatives reflect the ministry's broader mission to harness innovation, strengthen partnerships, and deliver services that improve the lives of citizens. Reporting for Zanis in Lusaka, I am Philip Jerry.
Also on activities to mark Public Service Day in Mongo, government has urged public service workers to serve with integrity, empathy, and professionalism, stating that the quality of public service delivery has a direct impact on the lives of citizens. Speaking during a prayer service in Mongo ahead of this year's commemoration of Public Service Day, Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa emphasized the need to strengthen public institutions in order to improve service delivery and support sustainable development. Details in the following reports.
As the country prepares to commemorate Public Service Day on June 23, 2026, public service workers in Western Province have joined together in prayer, reflection and thanksgiving for the role they play in national development. The prayer service, held at Our Lady of Lords Catholic Church in Mongo, brought together government officials and public service workers under a theme, enhancing public sector institutions and empowering multi-stakeholder partnerships to achieve universal water availability and self-sanitation by 2063. Speaking during the prayers, Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa emphasized the need to strengthen public institutions in order to improve service delivery and support sustainable development.
Water is life. It is a gift from God, and it is our duty as government, as communities, as individuals to ensure that everyone has access to it. And this can only be achieved by the following measures. 1. Strengthening institutions for better service. Strong, transparent, and accountable public institutions are the foundation of progress. When systems work well, services reach people faster, fairly, and without failure.
And delivering a sermon titled "Be the Salt and Light of the World," drawn from Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 to 16, Reverend Leonard Chitumbo said public servants and Christians alike have a responsibility to influence society positively by promoting honesty, compassion, and unity in their daily interactions.
Let Christ make you salt and the light. There's no way you can be the salt and the light without Christ. As salt, be available and useful by everyone. As light, be put on, not under, for everyone to see. We are the salt and the light of the world.
Public Service Day this year will be commemorated on June 23, 2026, and it provides an opportunity for public institutions to showcase their services and strengthen engagement with members of the public. Robinson Mwansa, Zanis News, Mongo, Western Province.
Still on public service highlights in Eastern Province. Government says the role of public service workers is critical in serving the community. Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Lewis Mwape says without workers' contribution, it would be difficult for government to deliver development to the community. Dr. Mwape was speaking when he officiated at the Public Service Day prayers held at Reformed Church of Zambia, Chipata Central Congregation. He said the hard work by public service workers has resulted in President Hakainde Hichilema and his government to strengthen the kwacha against other major convertible currencies.
Your government, under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, first of all has identified key pillars of our development. First of all, human capital development is one of them. But beyond that, we have also identified that if we are to improve the public service, one of the things that we must also work around is to ensure that we have access to water. Everything that you contribute to public service, that woman that goes in the morning to sweep the office, we salute you. That officer that goes to guard the gates, we salute you. that police officer who works day and night to chase the criminals, we salute you. So in short, what I'm saying, as government, under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, we are happy to be part of this, and just to thank the civil service for the work that they have been doing in delivering public service.
In health news, Lusaka Province Health Director Simuliamana Jonga says government has equipped public health facilities with the capacity to handle sickle cell disease more efficiently. Dr. Jonga said 19 units have been trained and are now able to provide care for the disease in different parts of the country. Speaking in Lusaka during the World Sickle Cell Day Commemorative Summit, he said sickle cell patients can now receive advanced therapies by accessing red cell and plasma exchange transfusion at the university teaching hospitals. Dr. Jonga disclosed that plans are underway to expand to other health facilities. He added that hydroxyurea, a disease-modifying drug for sickle cell, can be accessed through most tertiary level facilities and through NEMA.
No matter how advanced our specialized care is, to really improve the health care of our patients, we need primary health care as well. We also have procured, particularly in some facilities, hydroxyurea, which is a disease-modifying drug for sickle cell disease. And this, fortunately, can also be accessed through NEMA in most of our tertiary facilities. The university teaching hospitals, Children's Hospital, and Chipata Central Hospital are screening for risk of stroke using the transcranial Doppler machine since the year 2022. And sickle cell patients receive advanced therapies by accessing red cell and the plasma exchange transfusion at the UTHS. And just yesterday I was talking to someone at Blood Bank. They actually have a warrior there, I think, who comes on to motivate other people. And there are plans to expand to other facilities.
We take our last break. Join us for business news after this break.
June to 19th July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches from as little as 255 kwacha. Only on DSTV.
This June, step into a bigger entertainment experience with more to love on Us. We're talking more drama, more action, more unforgettable stories, all waiting for you.
All hands on deck.
We're opening up our world of entertainment so you can view more.
Good job, partner.
This June, pay for your current DSTV subscription and we'll upgrade you at no extra cost.
In business news, a Zambian entrepreneur has underscored the vital role entrepreneurship plays in improving livelihoods and driving the country's economic growth. In an interview with Zanis in Lusaka, Zuri Thread's Chief Executive Officer, Sarah Sangandu, encouraged citizens to cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset instead of solely relying on formal employment opportunities. Sande Walia has more in the following report.
Entrepreneurship remains a key driver of economic growth as it stimulates economic activity and creates employment opportunities. Against this backdrop, a Zambian entrepreneur, Sarah Sangandu, founder and chief executive officer of Zuri Threads, a tailoring business, has encouraged Zambians to embrace entrepreneurship.
Every one of us have started so many things at some point. And remember, it's not everybody that is into this business sector. But where we are now in the current economy that we are in, you can't just wait to get paid at the month end. It's not all the time that will meet all your obligations. And that's why you need to search within yourself something that you can do away from your white-collar job. So my encouragement is try. And then when you're trying, you're not trying to fail, but you're trying because you're trying to get something that will work for you.
Ms. Sangandu further commended President Hakainde Hichilema for establishing the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises.
I think the ministry will do well to identify some of these people, some of us, as I speak for no one, I speak for Zuri Threads, just to see how we are impacting the society at a larger scale, because I believe every single one of us is contributing to the economy of Zambia.
Meanwhile, supporters of entrepreneurship and clients of Zuri Threads have praised the company for its innovation, creativity and quality workmanship.
I have been a client of Zuri since inception, and for me, Zuri is a perfect example of what can happen when you take a jump. People often have talents, they have skills, and they sit at home thinking, what if, we get so comfortable in a salary every month, but there's something that you're passionate about and you're afraid to explore because you say, will I make money?
One of the firm's employees, Hilda Liamba, expressed gratitude for the employment opportunity provided by the tailoring business.
I'm helping my family, I'm able to provide for myself, I'm able to provide for my kids.
The importance of entrepreneurship in fostering economic development cannot be overemphasized. Sandra for Zanis in Osaka.
Meanwhile, Absa Bank Zambia has pledged its continued support to government efforts aimed at uplifting vulnerable communities through environmental conservation. The bank, working with its implementing partner, Social Carbon, has donated bicycles, protective clothing, and safety boots to the Katembo Community Forest Management Group in Senior Chief Shimombe's chiefdom in Luwingu District. More in the following report by Patrick Kawe.
Absa Bank Zambia says it is committed to investing in communities and supporting sustainable livelihoods. Head of Marketing and Corporate Relations, Matoshi Mabale, explains that the bank has been part of the Zambian community for over 100 years and continues to play a role as a force for good. Mr. Shimabare said this when the bank handed over donations to Katembo Community Forest Management Group in Luwingu District.
We are here as APSA. We should always challenge ourselves and say, how do we make a difference in the lives of ordinary Zambians so that we are relevant to the Zambian community? The government is driving this agenda, even through the president himself. That's why he set up the Ministry of Green Economy. But you are not alone. You can be assured of APSA support in initiatives such as these. But also that with the bank, as a bank, we also support the government through our core banking activities, supporting different sectors of the economy, whether it's agriculture, energy, and the public sector. We have been in this country for more than 100 years supporting the government in ensuring that we promote the development agenda of this country.
Meanwhile, Social Carbon Director Chibamba Lopa said the partnership with the Katembo Community Forest Management Group is built on trust and mutual respect.
We are grateful to Absa Bank PLC for their generosity as a main donor. Their support makes it possible for us to implement activities on the ground, ensuring that the community sees tangible benefits. Social Carbon, as the implementing partner, is proud to co-sponsor this initiative and contribute our technical expertise.
And officiating at the handover ceremony, Luwingu District Commissioner Chomba Chileshe commended the initiative.
We are deeply grateful to Absa Bank Zambia PLC, the main donor. Thank you for your gesture, contribution. The 15 bicycles and other essential being handed over today are not mere items. They are tools that will enable forest patrols, monitoring, and community mobilization. They are a boost to service delivery and a tangible investment in both environmental sustainability and socio-economic development.
Patrick Kabwe reporting for Zanis in Luwingu District.
And in our agriculture segment, Farmers from across Lumezi district turned up in numbers to exhibit agricultural produce and value-added products during this year's District Agriculture and Commercial Show held under the theme, Fostering Trade and Investment in Agriculture. The event also attracted government departments, seed companies and members of the business community who showcased various products and services. More in this report.
Lumezi Town Council Department of Agriculture has held the District Agriculture and Commercial Show under the theme Fostering Trade and Investment in Agriculture. The event attracted farmers from various camps across the district who turned up in large numbers to showcase their agricultural produce. Many demonstrated innovative approaches to value addition not only for household consumption but also as a means of generating income.
Yeah, in the issue of climate change, people should be interested to plant the trees because they will help us in the issue of climate change where we are helped because of the trees. Moreover, this time around, people are cutting the trees, especially those who are growing tobacco, so we are encouraging them to plant the trees.
A wide range of stakeholders participated in the show, including government departments, members of the business community and seed companies all exhibited their products and services. Speaking during the official opening of the event, Lumezi Town Council Secretary Mary Sinkara took the opportunity to encourage farmers to sell their produce to the Food Reserve Agency, FRA, emphasizing its importance in ensuring food security. She further cautioned beneficiaries of the Farmers Input Support Program FISSIP against selling their inputs.
Let us support the efforts of the government by putting these inputs into good use. I remind our farmers to be mindful of securing their produce for household consumption as they sell their crops. I urge farmers and traders to consider selling crops to the Food Reserve Agency in order to boost the national reserves. Government is also encouraging farmers to take up off-season maize production as a way of covering shortfalls in the national food basket.
The event also featured an award ceremony where best performing farmer groups were recognized and honored for their outstanding contributions to agricultural development in the district. Patrick Soko, Zanis News, Lumezi District, Eastern Province.
Still in agriculture news, Zimba District Commissioner Robinson Mulamfu has called for increased investment and stronger trade partnerships in agriculture, stressing that the sector remains key to economic growth, job creation and food security in the country. In a speech read on his behalf by District Administrative Officer Lishomwa Mwendabai during the official opening of the 2026 Zimba Agriculture and Commercial Show, Mr. Mulamfu urged farmers, investors and development partners to embrace value addition. More in the following report.
Through the 2026 Zimba District Agricultural and Commercial Show, government has called for increased investment and stronger trade partnerships to unlock the district's agricultural potential. Speaking in a speech read on his behalf by District Administrative Officer Shomwa Mwendabai, District Commissioner Robinson Mulamfu said investment and trade are key to economic growth, job creation, and food security.
Increased investment in agriculture and related sectors will stimulate trade, promote industrial growth, and enhance economic prosperity for our communities. I commend the Agriculture and Commercial Show Society through the Ministry of Agriculture, exhibitors, sponsors, and all stakeholders who have worked tirelessly to organize this important event. As government, we remain committed to creating an enabling environment for investment, supporting agricultural development, and promoting sustainable economic growth. So we will continue implementing policies and programs that empower farmers and businesses to thrive.
Meanwhile, Acting District Agriculture Coordinator Simurungandu has expressed optimism that Zimba District is headed for another bumper harvest this year following favorable crop performance. However, he has urged the farmers to strategically reserve part of their produce, warning that climate change continues to affect weather patterns and threaten future food security. And exhibitors have described this year's show as an important platform for showcasing innovations, sharing knowledge, and creating business partnerships that can contribute to agriculture and economic development in the district.
The theme for this year is trade and investment. Of course, we started with trading. We have to source the money in cities. And then from the trade and investment, we managed to trade later on invest.
Rita Kabindama, Zanis, Zimba District, the Southern Province.
Finally, in sports news, Zambia's ambassador to South Korea, Andrew Banda, has announced plans to establish a football development partnership between Zambia and South Korea aimed at nurturing young talent and strengthening sports development in the country. Speaking during a briefing in Chipata, Ambassador Banda said discussions were underway with a South Korean football club linked to Hyundai to support the establishment of football academies and exchange programs for young players and coaches. Sylvester Chishimba reports.
Zambia's ambassador to South Korea, Andrew Banda, has announced plans to establish a football development partnership between Zambia and South Korea aimed at nurturing young talent and strengthening sports development in the country. Speaking during a briefing in Chipata, Ambassador Banda said discussions were underway with the South Korean football club named Hyundai Football Club to support the establishment of football academies and exchange programs for young players and coaches.
Why are we here? I'm an ambassador of this great country. What I want to do for this province and eventually for the rest of the region is as a result of the president having appointed me. There is a big opportunity, Chairman, colleagues. And this opportunity, I said to myself, I'm going to introduce you, discuss, to Hyundai Football Club. They've offered things that I will not mention until they arrive. All the kit, you're talking about that. We're talking right from the basics, the top. They have provided academies where our kids, you have to identify talent. That's where these guys are.
And Football Association of Zambia Eastern Province Chairperson Patrick Nyirenda is happy with this development.
And so we are grateful and that you are taking that serious mantle to continue the legacy of the late President Arabi, who was very, very passionate about football. So coming to what the ambassador has shared with us, which actually he shared before this event, we want first of all to express our deepest thanks to you, Ambassador, and obviously the appointing authority that put you in the jurisdiction where you are, and the opportunity that you are according to the Zambian through Far Eastern Province. So as an association, this is the opportunity that we've always been looking for. This is the chance that we wanted so that we can collaborate with developed soccer jurisdictions that can help us to improve our capacity, improve our infrastructure, and even the technical ability to harness and nurture the talent that, like you've put it, Ambassador, is as abundant in our province.
Sylvester Shimba, Zanis, Chipata.
That sports item wraps our news bulletin, but before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. Construction of Sakanya border post in Ndola advances. Chieftainess Serenje and Chief Chivale endorse President Hichilema. Government hands over solar grid kits in Petaoke. Plus, Zambia, South Korea forge youth football development partnership. That's all we had for you. On behalf of my sign language interpreter, Imelda Mulea, and the entire news production crew, my name is Nambula Mwangala. Thank you for watching.